I don't think we can live stream this to YouTube. That was the problem that we were running.
I think there's some like paid plan. We can do that later. But
Okay.
maybe let's just get started because yeah, my Zoom account is like a free account, so I think we only have 40 minutes today.
Okay.
let's get it rolling. So.
Oh, we should use mine. I have a pro account, but it's okay. We'll do it next
Yeah.
time. All right, let's jump right into it. Well, good morning, afternoon / evening, everyone, wherever you are in the world. It's another beautiful day to talk about Mtrg and to get the ball rolling on some updates, some announcements, some answer a lot of questions. We are going to save the announcements most likely for the end. But if you have any questions, please make sure type them in chat. As you know already, my name is Chris. Maybe you don't know. If you've been watching the Meter Up series, you will have seen me already. And obviously, as everyone knows, Xiaohan is here as well. The man, the myth, the legend, the guy that's running the show and making sure that we're all moving forward in a progressive manner on a consistent basis with
the guy trying to admit everyone into the Zoom call.
Oh yeah, the guy trying to admit everyone into the Zoom call. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, man, like everyone may see like my eyes are looking like at the other corner. I'm trying to click on the admit button.
Yeah, so if Xiaohan looks like he's not paying attention, I promise he is. He's just making sure that everyone can get in okay. Also, can everyone hear us okay? Can you give like a thumbs up in the chat or just say like, yes, I can hear you. Perfect.
We're gonna record this and later put it onto YouTube. So
we will record it. We'll be up on YouTube. And guys, we'll have everything figured out for the YouTube live streaming on with multiple people. We'll have this all figured out, I promise. We'll get better as we go along, don't worry. But there's some very important stuff that we definitely want to be able to dive into a little bit. I know everyone is really excited about some of the updates that are coming with Meter, whether it be the multi-link connector, whether it be scaling dApps on ETH, whether it be updates on MTR, even talking about it, people asking questions about staking. So if you guys want to start, you can just start asking questions in chat right now, and we'll pick the most relevant ones to be able to answer. But right off the bat, maybe we can just jump into maybe a quick update on the multi-link connector, Xiaohan. I know that should be coming out here within the next couple of weeks. Is that correct?
Yeah, so everyone may notice the beta version is already out. Right now we have like Mtrg and ETH. We're adding a few other tokens like WBTC, USDT, USDC early next week. And we, because one of the things we want to make sure is all the bridge operations running smoothly. One of the issues people may notice during the past week is sometimes it takes a long time for the transfer to complete. That's mainly because we are improving our monitoring mechanism.
What's up, Just developers? Welcome to a new live.
We're tuning the operation part of the we call it relayer. Basically, it's the validators who's looking at the activities on 2 chains and transfer the tokens. We're improving the reliability of the relayer, and sometimes there's an upgrade, which may take a little bit of time and causing a delay. So once we have all this figured out, we believe we have already done it. It should be smooth already. Then we'll start bringing in additional relayers because we want to make the bridge or the Meter passport as secure as possible. We're planning to put 5 relayers on the Meter bridge. So they're all very reputable validators for staking service providers. So the initial 5 relayers on the Meter passport will be us. There will be Protofire, Hashquad, Infinity Stones, Wetas. So 2 of these relayers are validating for the BSC chain, and 3 of them are validating for the Avalanche and Ethereum bridge. So it's going to be very secure, and the funds will be safe. At that time, we will be ready to say this is like a full launch. Everyone can start translating like their asset through the Meter passport, and the security of their funds will be protected by the initial 5 relayers on the network. And we're looking to expand the number of relayers as well in the next release. In this release, actually, it can support more, but one of the issues it will bring is each additional relayer will cause some additional gas costs on the server side when you like bridging assets in between. So 5 seem to be like a good trade-off between security and the gas cost. And it has been practiced by, like, for example, chains like Avalanche. So that's the initial number we're going to go. But in the next couple of months, we'll have another major release. At that time, there will be unlimited number of relayers. So we can have like 20, 50, or even more to protect the funds. From that perspective, it's going to be more secure than, for example, like the major tier 1 exchanges. And obviously, it will be decentralized. I mean, there won't be any like database printing of any tokens possible. Oh, just let me admit for more people. We have quite a few that's running. Yeah, we just admitted how many people. We have 23 in the call now. Yeah, so that's the status of the bridge. We're looking to onboard these 5 relayers in the next week, during the next week period, and looking to officially launch the bridge either around the end of next week or early or the week after, early week after. Depends on the onboarding speed of these relayers, because they have to set up all the full nodes to different chains, for example. That can take a little time on the operation side. So yeah, that's the status of the bridge. And also one announcement is starting from next week, we will have some partnership announcement for like project that's going to use our Meter passport to go to, for example, BSC. The first project that's gonna launch on the passport will be UTU Trust. That's a project that the previous Mike went to join, and we're still working closely together. There are a couple of projects that's we're gonna announce like next week as well, and bring them up to the Meter passport, and we bring the relayers onboarding, and they become more and more secure.
Yes, and in case you guys didn't catch that, yes, that means we are announcing partnerships. Yes, you did just hear about the first one, and yes, there's plenty more to come. In fact, I had the privilege of being able to sit in with Xiao Honda talking. We're not going to name names, of course, because until everything's finalized and rolled out, we're not going to be naming any partners. But let's just put it this way: there are plenty of projects that are very excited about what Meter is going to be able to provide for them when it comes to giving them access to our passport services, giving them access to interoperability, and doing it in a way that's very unique to what we can provide. So it's some very exciting stuff. I know you guys are crazy about the partnerships. You want to know all the information very, very quickly, but trust me when I say this. You do not want us rushing these announcements and then having to go back and fix it because we made a mistake or because we misspoke or something along those lines. It's much, much better to have everything finalized, done, ready to go. And that's when we do our announcements so that we never have to go back because we made a mistake. We know not every project works that way, but we'd rather do it right the first time than have to go back because we made a mistake. And I hope you all can appreciate that.
Yeah, and also especially for like the bigger projects, like the bigger the project, for these type of like the partnership, especially like the Meter passport bridging this type of partnership, they tend to announce it only when they go live.
Yeah.
So, for example,
think about a Coinbase listing, right, guys? You never hear about that until like the day it drops. So it's common practice in the industry. And it's something that we're going to be able to follow suit with as well. So don't worry, they're on their way. I wish we could tell you a little bit more. All I can say is that it's really exciting stuff, and the announcements will be coming. So just stay buckled in, and yeah, there's some good stuff on the way when it comes to that. Looks like we do have a couple of questions here, Shahan.
And also, like I know a lot of people are concerned about the liquidity. That's one of the issues that we pay a lot of attention to as well.
Adesso è live. È live adesso.
Yeah, that's one of the issues we are paying close attention to. I know, like especially for some of the traders, like once they get in, if they couldn't get out easily, and it's unhealthy, and it take the consolidation period even longer. That's one of the challenges that we're facing in the past as well. So we're hoping we're obviously like doing a lot of discussions with exchanges, and one of the reasons we connect to BSC, for example, is to improve the liquidity with all the traders over there. A lot of things are happening behind the scene, but it's we mentioned like these listings we cannot announce them earlier until like it's online. So,
Yes.
but I can assure you guys, like we believe the liquidity issue will be greatly improved, like around early June timeframe.
Yes, and we do have, I mean, there are things that we are still available to talk about. People have been asking about things like Pancake Swap. Obviously, we've already talked about the fact that we will be able to be listed. We don't have a very specific day that's going to happen. We can tell you it will be happening soon, within the next, I would say 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks at the most, is what we can expect the Pancake Swap listing. But we don't have a specific day. We can't give you a specific day because once again, we need everything to be hashed out. This is technology. If you guys are new to this, it happens all the time. Go check out what Gary Vee just tried to launch, right? With his NFTs, he had problems. He guaranteed stuff on a specific day. The tech got messed up. I mean, it just happens all the time. So we're just not going to be making those kinds of mistakes. We're going to have everything buttoned up and hashed out. We're going to do it professionally, and we're going to make sure we give you the right information the first time.
Yeah, I think there's a question regarding to what's the next after the BSC bridge. I think we have promised on the roadmap the next thing will be like meter swap. So the meter swap is obviously already online. Once the 5 relayers are all on board, the meter passport is secure enough, then everyone can be relaxed and know their asset can be protected safely. We will open it up add more listing pairs. For example, like the first one is obviously adding the Mtrg to like ETH or USDT pairs on meter swap. And then at that time, we'll have some liquidity mining activities on there. We're still like working on smart contracts for staking on the liquidity contract. We have some like new ideas that can basically give people who stake longer have more weight in the reward distribution to encourage long-term behaviors in the liquidity pool. Because we notice in the existing Uniswap pool and also in the previous balancer pool, some of the LPs have been there for a long time. We really appreciate their effort, and we believe they should be rewarded higher. And the longer you stay, the longer you're providing liquidity, the more weight you will be. Yeah, so the next activity on the meter mainnet will be the swap related. In the meantime, there will be some small devs launching as well. We're actively discussing with other devs to deploy on meter. Yeah, all these are under discussion and some of them are under development. Our testnet already have some developers deploying contracts there, working closely with us. I'm pretty sure you will see them in the next couple of weeks.
All right.
Would it be possible to use meter validator as bridge relayers for more decentralization? Yes. So we're looking at this for the next version of the meter passport implementation. However, the operation for the relayer is much more complicated than the validator on meter network. For example, all these relayers have to run a full node for other networks, like BSC, Ethereum, every network we connect to. So that requires a lot of infrastructure work. So not every validators on the meter network will be able to run that type of infrastructure. So what we're thinking in the future release, there will be like the two layers of validators. One layer is like just validating help consensus on the meter mainnet. The other set of more professional validators will be running the relay service. Obviously, there will be like much more extended than the 5 initially.
For sure. And there are lots of people asking, I can see it coming in, whether it be on the Telegram or in this. Guys, no, we have plenty of partnerships in the works. This is just the announcement of the first one. Don't worry, there's some big ones lined up. Just think about it this way. This is the simplest way you can think about it. There are plenty of projects that would love to have someone come in and solve the problem of interoperability for them and scaling. We do it for free with the best tech available on the market. So yes, there are plenty of announcements and plenty of partners.
Not only for free, we even give rebate to the user.
We even give the rebates for the bridge. Yes, I meant for the projects themselves. We don't charge them. It was funny. We were having a meeting the other day, and one of the founders of a company we were speaking with, who was thinking about working with us, was just couldn't wrap his head around about the fact that we weren't going to charge him money for these services, but we don't need to, guys. We just need people to use our services, and Meter will blow up. And I know that's what everyone wants to see. That's why we're so adamant about getting all these partnerships out, because this is what's going to allow Meter to really expand and grow the way that we all know that it can.
The other question I saw was regarding to getting Meter initially when people bridge in. Yeah, so people may notice in the last couple of days, the faucet was down because we have like the people trying to abuse the faucet and drained all the funds in the faucet. So we're actually continually improving the way to validate whether this is like a bot or a user, adding more security checks. We just brought the faucet back online this morning. We'll continuously monitoring and try to improve it as we could. Yeah, and also we're looking at other ways to, like, for example, when people bridge in, we may automatically drop in some Mtrg as well. So that's a possibility we're looking at.
All right, so it looks like do have some more questions. Guys, please feel free to ask all the questions that you want. We know you have tons of questions in the regular just Telegram groups and Twitter and stuff like that. So this is a great time.
Yeah.
Someone is
I think people are asking for like liquid exchange again. And we mentioned a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
We should see liquidity improvement early June timeframe, I would say.
Someone is asking where the rebates are coming from.
The rebates was coming from our like a marketing fund, because like if you look at the amount, it won't be that much.
Okay, and then if someone is asking about the Meter wallet as well, if there's going to be an app version that someone will be able to download via mobile or the iOS store.
Yeah, so currently the way we're working on is in order for the users to do staking, you will have to use the desktop version of the wallet. But if the user just do like the trading, store funds, or like interacting with the future devs on the network, we're recommending to just use a standard wallet, including MetaMask, IM token, these wallets. Well, I think someone already posted instruction to add a custom network on IAM token, and MetaMask also have a mobile version. So we believe this initially is like a transition before we launch a mobile wallet, because we don't want to like, because like wallet itself is another like development, and also need to bring in like users to use the wallet, right? So we feel this may create another like a threshold for for people to convert. So using existing wallets may be easier for like to bring more users on board. So that's what we're thinking. But
Yeah.
obviously, we want to merge the experience of the desktop wallet and the like the web plugin based wallet, or like Ethereum based wallet. So what we're looking at is in the next couple of months, we'll develop like a web app version, so you can use your like MetaMask wallet or use your Ethereum wallet to interact with that app in order to do like staking, for example, on the Ethereum network. So that's the plan. Yeah.
So here's a great question. Someone asked, why are these partners deciding to actually work with Mtrg?
I think we talked about earlier, because we can provide a secure and also like infrastructure for free. The integration for them is extremely easy.
Yes.
We just need to like they can choose to like use our own wrapper smart contract on the other chain, where they deploy there themselves, where they will have a lot of control on what they can do with that contract. To integrate and bring it on board, it's take one day, essentially.
Yeah,
They
and
can do it themselves, push it into our GitHub repo.
so there's a second question where people or someone was asking about the competitors and what we're kind of worried about when it comes to that. And I think it took me and just coming from a standpoint of probably where most of you in the chat are coming from, which is looking at this as an investor, looking at this as someone that isn't necessarily on the back end working on the tech every day. When we talk about things like heterogeneous connections, when we talk about what Mtrg can provide that other projects really aren't, there's a simple analogy that Xiaohan gave me that makes a lot of sense. What a lot of other projects that are claiming to connect, blockchains or connect projects together, allow some type of interoperability. The way that they work is they're the center of the universe and every project adapts to them. And that's how they're going to be conducting their business. And the fundamental difference with what Mtrg is actually going to be doing is we don't need to be the center of the universe. We allow every project to be their own world, to have their own identity, and we just connect them heterogeneously so that they can all work together without having to adapt to us. And that makes things a lot easier for them. It makes things a lot more seamless. And if you guys have seen me active in the Telegram group, it means that when I say that we're going to be the chain link of interoperability, what I mean is you never know when you're interacting with Chainlink. It's behind the scenes. They're just getting the job done. They're allowing the functionality of these projects to actually happen, and you never even know it. Yet, for a company that you never even know that you're interacting with, they're still worth 40, $50 billion or whatever their market cap is, maybe 30 at this point. So when I say we're going to be the chain link of interoperability, what I mean is it's going to be happening behind the scenes. We're not going to have people adapt to us. We're going to be able to allow them to keep their identity and really connect everyone together. And Xiaohan, please correct me if I made any mistakes, but when you explained it to me that way, it really started to make more sense about why what we're doing is so unique and so powerful potentially.
Yeah, and also I think at the end of the day, infrastructure will become a commodity. It's a network effect. The more partners we have using our bridge, the bigger they are, will build the network effect. And also, we're actually already started working on an ecosystem type of project to basically create a liquidity on these Mtrg passport and like allow them to be like used on multiple chains. So when we go to them, we actually bring both applications and liquidity. So that's a future plan.
Yeah. So when someone's asking, what are we most afraid of, or competition, or L2 scaling, or other interoperabilities, guys, we don't need to compete. We collaborate. I just want to make that very clear. We don't need to compete. We collaborate. We provide services for everyone. We can connect everyone, which gives us the ultimate advantage in the marketplace. And that to me makes me so bullish about this project and so excited. It's a lot of good stuff coming. If someone is asking specifically about Quant, this is the second time they've asked. Do you know anything about Quant, Shahan, and how we differ?
Actually, it's the first time I've heard about that.
Okay,
I
we'll do a
have to
little
look it up
research.
later.
We'll let you know, CJ.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you on that one because I haven't heard of Quant either yet. So we'll have to do a little bit of research. But I don't want to give up.
Someone was asking Pancake again, but like
Yeah, don't worry, guys. Pancake is coming. That is guaranteed.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to be next week.
It's not going to be next week. Yes, no. Give us a few weeks.
Yeah. And also the big partner is not going to be announced next week.
No. Remember, I mentioned the beginning of this month, guys. Big partnerships about 3 weeks out. So we have other partnerships to announce, but we got some big ones that are in the works as well. So just hold tight. They're definitely on their way.
Yeah.
All right. What else do we got? All right.
So one person is asking for the increased incentive for the validators.
Yeah. Okay.
So right now, what we have observed was like first for the reliable validators, what we're doing so far is that we're using the foundation's token and also the team token to both these validators to increase their income level. And also, I think one of the major issue is the current threshold for launching a validator node may be a little bit high on the high side. A lot of developers who know how to run validator probably doesn't have enough coins to start them. So we're gonna do a governance vote soon to let people vote on whether we should lower the threshold for, for example, both staking and validators threshold. That's a plan.
Yes, I think a lot of people are asking too, or maybe confused on things like other interoperability solutions or other scaling solutions, and maybe talking about really, because I think, and guys, it was very telling. Once again, I had the privilege of sitting in on a very important business meeting yesterday, where the founder of a project that we're potentially going to be partnering with was asking about centralization. Are we going to be like other roll-ups? Are we going to be like other scaling solutions where we have to centralize everything, and then kind of puts us in control if something goes wrong with our system to mess everything up? The simple and easy answer is no. We keep things decentralized. And Shahan, maybe you can elaborate a little bit on that and why that's actually so important for potential partners, and why that's so attractive for them.
Yeah, I think one of the things people really care about is the decentralization or the permissionless nature of the of blockchain. Because for example, people keep on complaining when they go to centralized exchanges, they have to go to the KYC process. Like some of the exchanges, like BSC, also have their own bridge, but you have to have certain daily limit because they are exchange running a centrally operated chain. They have to follow the regulatory requirement for the for all the KYC and stuff like that, because the tokens are actually created by Binance. For example, when you look at USDT, Ethereum, everything on BSC, they are not the real token. They are all the tokens created by Binance, and you actually withdraw these Binance packed tokens to BSC. So that creates a lot of regulatory issues. So the decentralization brings the benefit that you don't really have to be restricted by these regulations because everything is decentralized. Everything is automated by code. No one owns them. That's a beauty of also why we're looking so closely into providing everything as a decentralized solution.
Yeah, and it's huge, especially for these projects, guys. I'm just letting you know it's a big deal. And that means that we have a massive competitive edge when it does come to that, because we are offering those types of services. It looks like we only have about 7 or 8 minutes left, Sean. So maybe let's try and get some last questions in here.
Sure.
Yes, UTU partnership was announced today, guys. That is some great news. We're gonna have a big
There
rollout.
are more like partnerships that we're gonna
There are
announce.
plenty of more partnerships coming.
Yeah.
Trust me. I wish we could talk about all of them right now. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do that. And it's just out of respect for those projects and the way that they would like this to be handled, and out of professionalism, where we're just not going to be announcing something until it's fully rolled out and fully integrated, because that's just the professional way of handling the situation. So what would be our pitch to new potential investors on the value growth of the MTRG token? Guys, that's really simple. We have the ability to connect every single blockchain together. I mean, if you can't see the value in that, I don't know what there is to say. And not only done by connecting them heterogeneously, where they're not going to have to adapt to us, and we're not going to have to centralize all of that information. It can be shared. That's so much value. We can scale Ethereum dApps. We can do this all in a permissionless, decentralized way. There's MTR in and of itself. Think about it. I mean, we're changing up the game when it comes to options, when it comes to stable coins, and having a meta stable currency that's pegged to something like 10 kilowatt hours instead of something that's inflationary like the dollar. If you're really wondering about the value propositions of Meter, they should be readily apparent at this point. So
yeah, what keeps me up at night? It's like like I have to work around like maybe 14, 18 hours a day, because like we have teams both in Asia and in the US. That's mainly keep me up during the time when I'm conscious. Yeah.
it's true. And guys, he's not lying. Trust me, I'm a workaholic as well. And whenever I send him a text or a message, whether it be 6 in the morning or 11 p.m. at night, to get some work done, he's always ready to go. So I love that kind of work ethic, and I think that's probably why me and Shahan probably work well together, because I remember one time I called him on a Sunday morning and he's like, "Chris, you're working on the weekend?" I'm like, "Yeah, what do you mean? I don't even know what a weekend is." And he's like, "Oh, I like it." So we're ready to get to work, guys, and we're going to make sure that this project is moving in the right direction. And Shahan's taking care of all the stuff on the back end. I'm going to be taking care of the stuff on the front end when it comes to giving all this information to the community, being active on our social medias, and getting the Meter Up series out, and making sure that people can understand what's going to make this tech and this project so revolutionary. So it's going to be a lot of fun stuff to come, and you guys are all very, very early. And hey, I started as an investor in the project, so I'm just as excited as everyone else, because I can see what's going to come.
Yeah, I mean, also like the people were asking about the deflationary effort for MTRG. With the future product launches, you will see there are a lot of ways to use MTRG. Actually, these will essentially lock MTRG for example, for like lending, borrowing, creating like different stable coins, that type of thing. So all these are in the making, and create like usage for MTRG and reduce the circulation. So that part, I don't think you have to concern too much. All
right. Someone's asking, can you speak on the number of partners? I think it's safe to say more than 10, less than 1,000. Let's just put it all right, cool. Do you have a timer? How much time do we have left?
We have 3 minutes left.
We have 3 minutes, guys. Anybody have a last question? Get it in now. I mean, let's see. We got tons of, have we thought about affiliating with a tier 1 exchange and follow the BSC? Yeah. I mean, guys, we're talking about Pancake coming. It's on its way. Don't worry. And we have tons of other things in the works. Don't worry about it. Like, trust me, me and Shawan have a lot of conversations behind the scenes. We can't necessarily tell you about all of it, because remember, there's professional non-disclosures that need to be taken care of, and respect of potential partners and things like that. So we can't release everything all at once, but there is plenty of stuff coming. Don't worry about that. All right. I think that looks like it's about it. Hopefully people got most of your questions answered today. If you do have any other questions, please don't hesitate to rewatch any of the other Meter Up videos. Our last one was specifically on interoperability. The first one was a nice intro. And excuse me, we'll have more coming for sure in the next week or so. So check out our social medias. Check out and subscribe to the YouTube. That's how you're going to get notified about it. Check out our Telegram. Check out the actual Twitter as well. And we are going to get a little bit more presence going on things like the Discord, as well as our Facebook group. We're going to be creating and getting that going again. So we have plans for all of that. There's a lot of good things in the works. So yeah, I'm really excited to be a part of the project. Xiaohan, obviously, I think everyone's very appreciative of your time. So thanks for taking some of your time this morning to answer some questions.
Yeah, it's great to see like that there's so many people on some meetings.
Yeah, no, we love,
participants.
we love the engagement. We love that people are excited about the project, and yeah, we can't wait to get back to work and make sure that everything's going to be moving in the right direction.
And also, since so many people keep on asking about the exchange question, I repeat it again. We believe the liquidity situation will be greatly improved early June. Yeah.
Early June, guys, you heard it here. Okay,
Yeah.
so just give it a little bit of time. Hey, remember, we're not the type of project that's going to rush everything and then make mistakes and have to go back and do it again. We're going to do it right. We're going to do it right the first time. And we're going to make sure that we're moving in the right direction and building the right relationships. Everyone have a beautiful rest of your day. Thanks again for your time.
Have a great rest of your weekend.
Yep.
Bye.